Well, good morning YouTube. We're rolling, we've just left the city limits, we're taking the N432. We've got a little loop round, like I said earlier, we've had a cracking day, cracking breakfast, and it's a little bit overcast this morning. It's forecast to get up to about 25-26 degrees by mid-afternoon, with the odd cloud about first thing till lunch. But this is quite pleasant riding. It's 17 degrees at the moment, and well, it's very nice. We've just put a route in to escape the town. It's like all big towns, lots of traffic lights, that's the only problem, but it's okay. It's one of those things. I'm hopefully going to get past this lorry very shortly as soon as we get over the crest, but there's no rush. We're taking it nice and steady. We're going to have a nice easy day. It's our last night in Cordoba, and we're moving on tomorrow to a place called Cuenca, however you pronounce it. So we'll be off in our troubles tomorrow, but today we've got a round loop. Anyway, I'm going to switch it off and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we've been rolling about half an hour or so. I thought I'd put the camera on, give you a bit of a look. See, the terrain hasn't changed much. Very similar to what it was when we left Cordoba. Lots of olive trees. There's been quite a bit of resurfacing work done around there. We've had some road works and whatever, but it's a lovely, brand new surface. Been laid down beautifully for us. Just give you a look across the plains. Olive trees for miles. We've got a town here, I'm not sure what it's called, up on the hill. Although it's signposted Granada, we're not actually going that far. Anyway, Steve gives a translation there. I said there's a lot of these towns called Nueva. This one's called Nueva Cartier. And what it means is new town, new version of. Dead simple. So there's probably an old town with the same name, and this is a new town, Nueva. So there you go, bit of history for you. Although most of the petrol stations we came across yesterday on Sunday were closed, so that's one thing to note in this area. The main city petrol station were open first thing, and they were open when we got back. But every single petrol station we came across, even the unmanned ones with the card machines, they weren't working. There was no petrol. So it's one thing to put in the notebooks if you do come this way and you're going to do a loop, make sure your loop covers the amount of fuel you need to do it. It's a simple one. As I said, Malcolm's leading today on the RS with the noisy exhaust with no baffling. Okay, I'll put the camera back on because just as we cleared the town, the road's got really interesting. Look at this one. Brand new fresh tarmac, beautiful views. And some nice twisties to have a cough at. Look at that. Super duper dupers. Beautiful views. The 432. Yeah, it's a nice road. It's not bad at all. It's a main road. It's an A road as such. It's quite twisty. Quite interesting. As you can see, the terrain's quite undulating. And quite twisty. Lovely. Nice little overtake from Malcolm there, then put some brakes on. Just have a look at these views. I'll put the camera on to slow down. There's a couple of slow moving vehicles, but have a look. The soil's very chalky. Whereas it was very sandy the other side of the town, on the northern side. The southern side seems very chalky. But it's obviously good enough to grow fields and fields of olive trees. There's a bit of industrialisation here, we're not really sure what it is. But hopefully we'll get a bit of an overtaking shortly, but the white lines are still going. Anyway, look at the rocks, the formation, it's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful place. I've not actually got the route in today. I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. I know we're doing a circular route, south and east, up the north and back west to Cordoba, so I'm not exactly sure. But here we go. Yeah, we got a nice overtaking. The man made it very easy for me. He moved over. Lots of Spanish drivers, I should say. They will move over for you. They're very good. Anyway, we've got an urbanisation, industrial estate. No doubt the speed limit will slow us up in a sec. Anyway, we've got a nice mountain range in the distance. I'm not sure whether the route takes in any of it or not. There's a big lake over on the left, or reservoir, or whatever you want to call it. Malcolm's just said through the comms that we're turning off in about 7 or 8 miles, so hopefully we might get some action in those hills over there on the left. Got a bit of roadworks here, so we better slow down. The blue skies have turned a little bit cloudy again. It's still quite pleasant. So look at the temperature. Yeah, it's still 17 degrees. But that's a magnificent sight, isn't it? Clouds sitting on top of the mountain range. Okay, so here we go. We've actually turned off the main road now. We're heading in a northerly direction on the A316 towards Martos. I'm not sure what sort of road it is. At the moment it's looking like quite a fast 8 type road. The surface is what I'd say is average, especially after the one we've just been on, which was wonderful. So we'll see how we get on. We'll leave the camera running for a while just to give it a feel of the road. So there it is, Martos, 21 kilometres, so we'll see what happens when we get there. Terrain's very similar. I'll see you in a moment anyway. So here we are, folks. We've just come off the main road and we're taking a slightly different route, and this is a town called Martos. Luckily there's no traffic lights, or very, very few, but there's quite a few of these little islands, and each island has got a sculpture, ironwork sculpture. Nice to give you a bit of a view of what some of the towns are like. This is not quite as smart as some of the towns. I would say it's more industrial looking. Okay, this is a bit prettier up the top end of the town. Cobbled streets, a bit of a square. And there's the church. Yeah, this is more the old town. This is more your typical old town look. Rendered buildings, electric wires everywhere, iron bars on the windows, very traditional. So unfortunately we've lost one of the group. Malcolm was leading in the town, and he took a turn in and nobody knew where he'd gone, and he's ended up somewhere else, and we've actually separated from him. We've tried to contact him, and so what we're doing is, the plan is to pick a town on the route, stop there and wait for him until he gets there, and hopefully he'll catch us up in the next half hour or so. We're going inland to a place called Albendin and picking up the road again. It's the J3308. There it is, Albendin. It's not until you come off some of the main roads and go onto the interior you get a true appreciation of the ruralness of inland Spain. How good is this? Look, miles and miles and miles. Fabulous. I'll leave the camera running, put a bit of music on, I'll see you in a bit. We had a bit of warning then that the road's deformed. Lots of undulations. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. How you doing, YouTube? We're in Albendin. How about that? Say that quick. I'll just give you a rundown of the bikes and we can count them up and you'll realise there's one missing. Here we go. Here's Ashley. He's managed to make it to Eden, whatever it's called. Here's Graham. He's managed to make it here. He's Lofty Steed, he's managed it. Stephen Steed, he's here. We've even got the Ducati 125, Timothy's here. And we've got the Bertha, Big Bertha. Yes, Jeremy's here. The question is, where is Malcolm? This might make an extra episode trying to find Malcolm. We don't know where Malcolm is. Malcolm's done a runner. He's baggered off on his own. Steve's got the best idea. He said, shall we have a drink? There you go. It's called the Bar Casa Luis, and Steve's going to try and get us some of that beer we had yesterday, the zero alcohol beer, which was quite tasty actually. So hopefully we're going to have one of them, and we're going to send some messages out to Malcolm to try and find him. So when he arrives, we'll get him on camera and we'll interview him, shall we? Lofty, over and out. Here he is. The old bugger's arrived. Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
Where the bloody hell did you not get to? Everybody got lost except me.
Malcolm, we've found you again. Would you like a drink?
No, I found you. I was on the right road.
Oh, bloody hell. We've got him. You do realise it's all your fault. Your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault, your fault. Malcolm was on the right road. So there you go, we found him. We're going to have a sandwich. Do you want to see my sandwich? Have a look at this. Pork and tomato, bocadillos. Luckily, Mr. Marshall speaks extremely good Spanish. He's ordered it for us. So I'm going to get that down me, and I'll see you out on the road in a moment. Right, as I was saying, we stopped in Albendin, whatever it was called, and we had a lovely, lovely pork and tomato. Pork loin it was, pork loin and tomato sandwich. And unfortunately, we've got to pick up the route where Malcolm got lost, so we're heading back towards Martos, which is not that much of a hardship, and then we're going to pick up, because there's a couple of roads Ashley particularly wants to ride, so we'll see how we get on. But as you can see, the roads are beautiful, the sun's out, it's 24 degrees, it's absolutely gorgeous. So what I'll do is, when we actually pick the route up again, the other side of Martos, I'll put the camera back on. See you in a bit. I'm guessing that's Martos straight in front of us at the bottom of that hill, isn't it? Bit of a view, that's all you can say, bit of a view. So we're actually back on the route. This is the JA3300 leaving Martos up into the hills. And Mina Lieutenant Fuhrer Ashley has just told me it's a cracking route. We're on it for about 20 minutes to I think it's Villa Ares or something. I'll leave the camera on for a bit anyway. Pretty. We've got a bit of a pig farm going on there. So what do you reckon of that? We're on this for 8k before we change direction. It's not got the best road surface, but it's got the mountains in the distance, and we're actually back on the original route. And we've had lunch. Here we go. Oh, what a view. Look at that beautiful view. Road's a bit of a patchwork quilt, but cracking good. So we're just coming through a little town, the we've come on to the A6050. We're into a place called Jaén, however you want to pronounce it. We've got some quite impressive rock formations to the right, beautiful. There we go, all the way round. It looks like it's been had caves or something in some of it in the past. Anyway, we're on this now for about 7k. It looks quite twisty. How about that for a view? I'll put the camera on. We're approaching some absolutely stunning scenery. And they've slowed us down. It's only a 60 zone. It's also a camera zone. Yeah, you got a cracking view of the castle. We've finally done it. We've escaped Jaén. It's a massive city. It's beautiful. It's wonderful, but it's school kicking out time, and the roads are absolutely chock-a-block. But we've exited it, and we've took up the JA3411, and now we're on the A4311 for 27 kilometres. So hopefully we'll have some half reasonable roads where we can make a bit of time back up and do some travelling. It's a similar sort of terrain. We're heading due northwest now. Eventually we'll turn across and start heading west back to Cordoba. So sit back and relax, and hopefully we'll get an overtaking sooner or later. So we're in for Underjar. The road takes us to Underjar. That's where we have a bit of a change of direction. And like I say, it's a nice big fast A road. So we'll dispatch it quite quickly. About 15 kilometres up to the next turning. Not really the best surface, a little bit tired. As you can see, miles and miles and miles and miles of olive farms. Ooh. You get a bit of a view from up here. We're going to have a nice coffee, Americano, and I'll see you in a minute. There's the bike, of course. It's a proper one-horse town. Old Malcolm's got a seat there. Let's come round. Big old building. It's the bar Amarillo. How about that? The bar Amarillo. These the boys. There's a nice little dog chasing a ball here.
Bite you.
You can let me have it. You can let me have it. Here we go. Yeah, the local dogs are friendly. The local dogs are friendly, Ashley.
No, he tried to bite
Oh, that. He tried to bite you. It's because you're a grumpy old man.
I said hello.
Americano?
Please. We've had a nice coffee and we're going to head back now. It's about an hour back to Cordoba. So we'll get rolling and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we're rolling. We're on the A306 and we're shortly going to turn onto another road. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's around 52 kilometres, 55 minutes back to Cordoba, where hopefully we'll have a couple of 3 or 4 glasses of very, very cold beer. Lovely. But first we've just got to negotiate onto this new road in a westerly direction. As you can see, we're in the centre of olive country. The town we just stopped at, you've never seen an olive factory as big as it in your life. Massive, massive olive factory. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get my camera out and take a photo, so I'll just have to tell you about it. But here we go. Yeah, we're going to take the A309. This is Brujalans, however you pronounce it. This is another olive place, all part of the olive cooperative, where all the local farmers bring it in, get it weighed up, they get it pressed and they get paid for how much they've got. There's another huge place in front here. Look at the size of the vats. Anyway, we're going to take a left at the island. There we go, we're on this for 13 kilometres, so I'll leave it on for a bit, see what it's like, and I'll speak to you in a bit. The little signpost said be careful of agricultural vehicles. But we're clear and we're away. So we are, we're on the 432 now. Got a big town to the right of us with a big church tower on the top. Just slow down for the town. We've been following this big Volkswagen for quite a while. He seems to know the road. He knows when to speed up and when to slow down. There's a number of cameras on this route. It's a cracking day. We've had a lovely day. We lost Malcolm. We've had a pork sandwich. We stopped for a coffee in a beautiful little olive oil place. And we're back on the 432. I've got a feeling this was the road we came on this morning. We've come back down onto it and we're following it back in. There you can see the big plume of white smoke in the distance. We've been informed that it's olive plants. So we follow the 432 again, up the hill to Cordoba. There we go. We should clear the town pretty quickly. Oh, 35 clicks back home. 32 minutes to the hotel. Look at the view, beautiful view. Far as the eye can see. Such a vast country.